The diminishing need for companionship after 70, 6 reasons to embrace independent living and enhanced well-being. Imagine yourself comfortably seated in your favorite chair, enjoying a tranquil afternoon, undisturbed by frivolous calls or empty promises. You feel not loneliness, but liberation. You haven't lost friends, you found yourself. After 70, life ceases to revolve around pleasing others. It's about embracing serenity, independence, and genuine joy. Today, we will explore 6 reasons why you do not need to rely on friendships for a fulfilling life after 70. 1. Further self-justification is unnecessary. Individuals aged 70 and above no longer require external validation to the same extent as during their younger years. The pressures associated with self-image construction, maintaining relationships for social approval, and seeking societal recognition become significantly less relevant. Instead, this life stage allows for a liberated existence, unburdened by the opinions of others. Psychological changes across the lifespan are demonstrably evident. During youth, individuals strongly desire social validation from peers, colleagues, and society at large. Relationships serve not only personal connection but also the strategic advancement of social standing and the cultivation of a positive self-image within a community. Conversely, in individuals over 70, life experience fosters a realization of self-worth independent of external validation. The need to prove competence, success, or social status diminishes, allowing for a prioritization of personal fulfillment. Harold's story exemplifies the transition from a career-driven social life to a fulfilling, independent existence. While professionally successful and surrounded by numerous associates, his relationships were largely transactional. Retirement revealed the superficiality of these connections, leaving him isolated and initially prompting attempts to maintain them. However, Harold decisively rejected the necessity of superficial friendships. He instead prioritized personal interests and self-cultivation, freeing himself from the need for external validation. The result, Harold achieved a liberating autonomy, unburdened by social pressures, obligatory interactions, and the pursuit of others' approval. The inherent value of eschewing self-validation lies in the liberation it affords. This freedom manifests as an unshackled spirit, unburdened by the scrutiny and judgments of others. The energy conserved by foregoing the need for external validation is substantial. It eliminates the drain of maintaining superficial or ultimately inconsequential relationships. Furthermore, genuine happiness emerges from within, a wellspring of self-assuredness and tranquility independent of external affirmation. This inner peace stems from a profound understanding and acceptance of one's authentic self, a self-reliance that renders external validation superfluous. The pursuit of self-acceptance, therefore, is not merely a personal journey but a strategic path towards a more fulfilling and empowered existence. At a certain stage of personal development, the individual transcends the need for external validation. Happiness is not derived from the quantity of social connections or societal acclaim, but rather from an intrinsic sense of self-acceptance and contentment. Rather than persevering in relationships driven by obligation or habit, one should prioritize pursuits and connections that genuinely foster personal fulfillment and well-being. This necessitates a critical evaluation of existing relationships, identifying those that contribute positively to one's emotional and psychological state, and consciously disengaging from those that prove detrimental or unproductive. The cultivation of inner peace and self-reliance is paramount. True happiness stems from a deep understanding and acceptance of oneself, independent of external pressures or expectations. This self-assuredness allows for the formation of authentic and meaningful connections, built on mutual respect and shared values, rather than superficial interactions predicated on social norms or perceived benefits. 2. Peace of mind is paramount, social interaction is secondary. The central argument posits that, from the age of 70 onward, inner peace surpasses the importance of maintaining extensive social connections. While younger individuals often prioritize expanding their networks to advance their careers and gain recognition, the elderly tend to selectively reduce social interaction, focusing instead on inner tranquility and serenity. Age-related shifts in communication needs demonstrate distinct patterns. Young adulthood is characterized by a strong need for social interaction to facilitate learning, expand opportunities, build careers, and establish social standing. Interaction is crucial for self-affirmation and the development of supportive relationships. Middle age often brings a decreased tolerance for superficial social engagements, leading to a prioritization of genuine and meaningful connections over maintaining a large network. Individuals in this stage tend to selectively cultivate relationships offering substantial value. Beyond 70 years, prioritizing tranquility surpasses the need for extensive social networks. The focus shifts towards seeking peace, enjoying nature, pursuing solitary activities like reading or gardening, and spending time with cherished loved ones, rather than maintaining less significant relationships. Illustrative example, Anne's story. Anne, a previously active socialite involved in numerous groups and events, found that extensive socializing proved increasingly taxing in her 70s. The effort required for frequent social interaction resulted in fatigue and, at times, forced participation. She decisively reduced unnecessary social commitments, prioritizing time at home for reading, gardening, and quiet contemplation. The result: enhanced happiness, reduced stress, and a more fulfilling life characterized by simplicity and intentionally. The advantages of solitude over social interaction are demonstrably significant. Reduced stress and pressure result from foregoing unnecessary conversations and obligatory social engagements. Prioritizing mental well-being allows for introspection and improved psychological health. Quality surpasses quantity. Cultivating a few meaningful relationships is superior to maintaining numerous superficial connections. Ultimately, minimizing distracting social interactions enables a more fulfilling and focused life, allowing individuals to pursue their passions without compromise. Social interaction is not always paramount, particularly in later life. Inner peace contributes significantly to happiness and well-being. Cultivating the ability to relinquish unnecessary relationships allows for a focus on truly vital matters. 3. Fewer friends, fewer disappointments. In youth, individuals tend to cultivate extensive social networks driven by the need for social interaction, learning, and relationship building. However, with age, particularly after 70, the number of friendships naturally or intentionally diminishes. A smaller circle of friends does not equate to loneliness but rather reflects a prioritization of high-quality relationships, minimizing exposure to disappointment, hurt feelings, and unmet expectations. The correlation between the number of friends and the level of disappointment is demonstrably positive. A larger social circle increases the probability of encountering disappointing situations, such as betrayal and exploitation by individuals motivated by self-interest. Furthermore, an extensive network often results in superficial relationships due to the limited time available for each individual, hindering the development of deep bonds. Finally, high expectations frequently clash with reality, leading to disappointment when anticipated support or companionship from friends remains unfulfilled. Conversely, a smaller circle allows for a focus on genuine, meaningful relationships, thereby minimizing the potential for hurt and disappointment. Friendship evolves significantly across different life stages. During young adulthood, individuals typically cultivate numerous friendships driven by active social engagement and shared interests related to work, studies, and hobbies. While forming bonds is relatively easy, maintaining these connections can prove challenging as circumstances change. Middle age brings a discerning perspective. Individuals recognize the importance of selectivity in friendships, prioritizing those deemed truly valuable. Focus shifts towards family and career, leading to a reduction in less meaningful relationships. Beyond age 70, the need for extensive social networks diminishes. Emphasis is placed on enduring friendships, free from societal pressures and unrealistic expectations, resulting in reduced disappointment. Illustrative example, Mr. Min's story. In his youth, Mr. Min enjoyed numerous friendships and social interactions. However, in his later years, he discovered that few genuinely cared for him once his status and influence waned. Initially disheartened, he strategically cultivated a smaller circle of high-quality relationships, prioritizing family and personal fulfillment. The result: he achieved serenity, reduced stress, and successfully distanced himself from superficial friendships. The advantages of cultivating a small, high-quality circle of friends are significant. Reduced unrealistic expectations: a smaller circle clarifies who genuinely cares, eliminating the illusion of widespread friendship. Minimized vulnerability to betrayal and exploitation: betrayal and exploitation are minimized when surrounded by genuine friends. Prioritize personal well-being. Instead of maintaining numerous superficial relationships, time and energy are dedicated to self-care, family, and meaningful connections. Enhanced serenity: the individual avoids the drama, conflict, and unnecessary responsibilities often associated with large, less intimate friend groups. The crucial lesson is not the quantity but the quality of friendships. In later life, a smaller circle of close friends fosters serenity, mitigates disappointment, and enhances overall well-being. Prioritize genuine connections over maintaining a vast, unsustainable network of acquaintances. 4. Time has become increasingly precious. As individuals age, they increasingly recognize that time is the most valuable and irreplaceable asset. While youth may foster a perception of limitless time, prone to waste, the elderly understand the profound value of each passing moment. Perceptions of time's value shift across the lifespan. Young adults perceive ample time, often squandering it on trivial pursuits. They frequently disregard long-term values such as health, family well-being, and meaningful pursuits, often prioritizing superficial social connections. Middle-aged adults experience an accelerated perception of time, fostering a heightened awareness of familial and professional responsibilities. They cultivate efficient time management to balance work, family, and personal needs, prioritizing health, financial security, and genuine happiness over fleeting pleasures. The elderly recognize their finite remaining time, eschewing unproductive activities like conflict, regret, and the pursuit of universal approval. They prioritize cherished moments with loved ones and focus on activities providing genuine joy and meaning. Time's increasing value in later life stems from its irretrievability. While financial resources can be replenished, time is a finite commodity. Declining health underscores this scarcity. Each healthy day becomes increasingly precious. Retrospection further emphasizes this point, highlighting past regrets and missed opportunities. Finally, the desire to savor life's remaining moments, unburdened by professional or social obligations, motivates a prioritization of personal fulfillment and cherished relationships. Illustrative example, Mr. Nam's story. In his youth, Mr. Nam dedicated the majority of his time to his career, rarely returning home early or engaging in leisure activities with his family. Upon retirement, he realized his children were grown, and numerous significant moments had passed without his participation. Recognizing his limited remaining time, he resolutely decided to cherish each moment, devoting himself to family, health, and personal passions. Maximize your time in retirement, prioritize meaningful pursuits. Avoid wasting time on conflict, resentment, or unproductive relationships. Maintain your health through regular exercise, a nutritious diet, and adequate rest. Cultivate close relationships with family and friends, prioritize quality over quantity. Engage in activities that bring joy, such as reading, travel, journaling, or learning new skills appropriate to your physical capabilities. 5. True friendship begins with oneself. This statement underscores the paramount importance of self-reliance. No matter how many friends surround us, the most dependable and steadfast companion is oneself. Maturity brings the realization that no one can fully understand, love, and support us as we can ourselves. True friendship begins with oneself. The only constant companion throughout life is you. Friends may come and go, but you remain your own steadfast companion from birth to death. No one understands you better than you do. While you can confide in others, only you possess complete insight into your deepest thoughts and emotions. Your happiness is ultimately self-determined. No one can bestow true happiness upon you unless you first cultivate it within yourself. Cultivating self-love is essential for a fulfilling life. Without self-love and respect, building positive relationships with others becomes significantly more challenging. Signs you've become your own best friend. You relish solitude without experiencing boredom. You don't require companionship to feel joy, instead savoring moments of self-reflection and engaging in personally fulfilling activities. Your happiness is independent of external validation. You cultivate inner contentment and find joy in everyday life. You are attuned to your inner self, understanding your emotions and needs. You discern when to rest, when to strive, and when to relinquish pursuits. You value yourself and refuse to tolerate mistreatment. You prioritize self-preservation over the pursuit of universal approval, establishing healthy boundaries to protect yourself from toxic relationships. Illustrative example, Min's narrative. Min, previously driven by a need for external validation and plagued by the fear of loneliness, consistently sought the approval of others. However, repeated instances of betrayal led to a crucial realization: self-acceptance is paramount. Min subsequently prioritized self-development, cultivating personal interests, and mastering the art of independent enjoyment, thereby overcoming feelings of isolation. Cultivating self-friendship. Embrace self-acceptance, understand that perfection is unattainable and cherish both strengths and weaknesses. Prioritize self-directed time. Instead of constantly seeking external validation or companionship to fill time, dedicate moments to personal reflection and enjoyment. Nurture both mental and physical well-being. Healthy eating, regular exercise, meditation, and journaling foster a deeper connection with oneself. Develop self-compassion and forgiveness, avoid self-criticism and cultivate self-acceptance, treating oneself with the same kindness and understanding one would offer a close friend. The most crucial relationship in life is the one you have with yourself. Cultivating a strong, positive self-relationship fosters resilience, happiness, and independence. Self-love and self-respect are foundational to all other fulfilling relationships. 6. Letting go cultivates greater happiness. This statement's core meaning underscores the necessity of relinquishing sources of suffering, negativity, or irrelevance to achieve genuine happiness. Clinging to immutable circumstances only inflicts self-harm, whereas letting go fosters serenity, peace, and ultimately, greater well-being. The importance of letting go cannot be overstated. It mitigates suffering and negativity. Much of life's pain stems not from circumstances, but from our unwillingness to relinquish the past, resentment, and unrealistic expectations. Focusing on the present becomes possible. Freed from the shackles of the past, we can fully engage with life and seize new opportunities. It liberates mental energy. Releasing negative thoughts clears the mind, reducing stress and anxiety. It creates space for positivity. By releasing what no longer serves us, we invite opportunities, relationships, and experiences of greater value. To cultivate greater happiness, one must decisively release several detrimental elements. Release the burden of a painful past. While the past remains immutable, your perspective on it is not. Learn from past mistakes rather than dwelling on self-recrimination. Release unrealistic expectations. Neither you nor others are inherently perfect. Embrace flexibility and accept reality. Release resentment and animosity. Harboring bitterness only perpetuates suffering. Forgiveness benefits you, not necessarily the offender. Release toxic relationships. Cease clinging to individuals who cause you distress. Prioritize those who foster positive energy. Release unnecessary guilt. Everyone makes mistakes. The crucial aspect is learning from them. Avoid excessive self-reproach for past actions. Release the need to control everything. Not all events unfold as planned. Accept the inevitability of circumstances beyond your control. Lan's story exemplifies the debilitating effects of dwelling on the past. Her inability to let go of a failed relationship resulted in years of self-recrimination and suffering. Only by accepting reality, focusing on the present, and embracing self-forgiveness did she achieve peace and open herself to new possibilities. How to let go more easily. Accepting the uncontrollable. Life doesn't always go as planned. Do not waste time attempting to alter the immutable. Focus on the present. The past is gone, the future is yet to come, only the present matters. Concentrate on immediate actions that foster well-being. Cultivate positive thinking. Instead of dwelling on losses, focus on lessons learned. Transform setbacks into valuable experiences. Practice meditation and journaling. Meditation allows observation of emotions without emotional entanglement. Journaling facilitates emotional release and clearer perspective. Establish new habits. Replace relinquished aspects of life with new habits or activities to prevent preoccupation with negative thoughts. Letting go is not failure, it is a necessary step toward progress. Clinging to the past prevents one from embracing the present. The ability to release what no longer serves you will lead to a more peaceful, fulfilling, and joyful life. Life after 70 is not an ending, but a new chapter, one in which you prioritize yourself. Embrace your newfound freedom, find joy in simple pleasures, and above all, cherish yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments section if you concur. Remember to like and subscribe for more valuable content designed to enhance your daily well-being. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the remarkable journey ahead.